You need to install Halo Infinite right now. If you're one of those that uninstalled Halo Infinite because of the lack of content and because of the lack of communication, I completely understand your perspective because I was tempted to do the same thing. However, if you're watching this video and the game is not installed on your PC or Xbox, you need to pause this video right now, start the install process, and while it's downloading, continue watching this video to see what you've been missing, because this update for Halo Infinite is awesome. What up guys, Commander here, and welcome to a new video where I'm going to be talking about and reviewing Season 5 for Halo Infinite. Now, Halo Infinite has been on quite a rollercoaster since its launch, lacking content and basic features, content and update droughts, seasons that take way too long, and content within those seasons being lackluster to say the least. Even the most recent Season 4 was plagued by the idea that the progression system and infection should have been there at launch, which is not a point that I disagree with, by the way. However, Season 5 is the first season that I feel like has the most brand new content. Content we didn't expect to see in the game. Content that feels like it was made specifically within this season for this season in mind. One of the biggest things this season is the return of Extraction and Firefight. Now, Firefight isn't coming to matchmaking until halfway through the season, but there are forgers making Firefight game modes in Forge to keep people interested in the meantime. So, have a look through custom to see if there are any Firefight matches that have been set up, or if you want to try and do one solo, I'll put a link in the video description to a video that has some community Firefighter links to get you started. Extraction is a lot of fun as well. I enjoyed it back in Halo 4 and I'm enjoying it now. I don't really know how the banished AI plays into this though, because I haven't seen them spawn as of yet in the game mode. As a mode though, it's really fun. However, there's one little issue that has me stammering a little bit. Why is Extraction only available in quick play? Now, if 343 wants to put it in quick play, that's fine. It actually makes sense for it to be there. But why is it not in the featured playlist? In that playlist, you've got King of the Hill, you've got Land Grab, Slayer, and I think CTF as well. But there's no Extraction. The main game mode, one of the main game modes for this season is not in the featured playlist. The gameplay you're watching now is a custom game with me and bots, so I could get some actual gameplay of this mode in for this video, because I couldn't get any actual multiplayer video in because of all the different maps and modes in quick play. I'd have been there for ages just trying to get one game out of it. A small point I want to add quickly though, the gameplay of Extraction, like I said, is just bots, and they're set to Spartan difficulty, which is the highest difficulty of the bots. Now, when Halo Infinite first came out, one of the things that I said was the bots, even the ones on the highest difficulty, while still being a challenge at times, were not really that hard to defeat, and they also don't play the objectives very well. Well, in this game, as you can see, they were very tough and brought a legitimate challenge to me and my team. One bot on the enemy team absolutely dominated everybody else. Now, you could say it's a skill issue on my part, and yeah, fair enough, but they also made it so the bots know how to play objectives better, which is a massive plus for people who want to play offline. The next thing is the two new maps, Prism and Forbidden. Prism is the most interesting one for me. The idea behind the map is that this is where the Covenant and the Banished mine for crystals for the Needler rounds, which I think is pretty cool. This is what makes Prism definitely my favourite of the two maps. Aesthetically, it looks amazing, and it plays really well for all game modes that already exist, not for Extraction like it's probably built for. In addition to having a pinpoint needler as a power weapon, which I think is genius but really overpowered, I do feel like there is either too much ammo in it or the respawn is too quick. I found myself being able to restock on more needler ammo before I'd even finished what I already had in the one that I originally picked up. Another point with this map is that it isn't a problem with the map itself, but more the people who play it. Do you actually realise that the Needler in the campaign, in this map, is the campaign variant which has a tracking ability? Because when I was playing this map, hardly anybody decided to pick up the Needler. So I was running around farming kills or playing the objective, which means getting easy wins. Now, two things I think is causing this. One is that we have a lot of new players in this game who don't really know what the campaign weapons are and why they are special. Second, there is a graphical bug where the icon for the Needler doesn't show up as yellow, which is the indicator for a power weapon, much like the gravity hammer and the sniper has on this map as well. So everyone who's playing this map just doesn't know it's a campaign variant or power weapon, will just leave it alone because they don't think it's much use, which the normal Needler probably wouldn't be. Forbidden is a map that looks very much like Forest from Season 4, however it seems like it's more created for normal arena style PvP, whereas Forest was more in favour of Infection it seemed. Not that it didn't work for arena PvP, but it didn't have the same fluent flow that I feel like the other maps do. Whereas Forbidden looks to have the same aesthetic, but is fixing that issue. However, I'm not complaining because I'm just glad that we're getting more variety of the new maps rather than just using bland UNSC and Banished style maps. Getting the chance to play it, my thoughts are pretty much the same. It's a really cool map and it reminds me a lot of Delta Halo from Halo 2, but it does feel very similar to Forest, which is fine because I really liked Forest as a map, but I kind of wanted something different, a little bit like Prism maybe. Maybe have a map inspired by the Brute Homeworld Doisiak or something like that. Now I want to talk about Flood inspired customization. Oh my god, this is cool, and disgusting at the same time, but that's good. Beyond Halo Wars 2, we haven't seen the Flood in a Halo game since Halo 4's Infection, and that was only multiplayer, 10 years ago. And my god does this not disappoint. This is amazing. I was afraid the Flood would never appear again in one of 343's games because of their taking more of a child-friendly approach with Infinite and Halo in general. In the same way you don't see blood splatter when you kill somebody in either a campaign or multiplayer. However, does Flood returning in this season not only disprove this theory to an extent, but also Unishek on Twitter explicitly said in response to a tweet, "Nothing to read here, just me poking fun at conspiracies that the number company has done nothing with the Flood because ratings." So, could this mean that Flood was not off the table for future Halo games? Maybe. Will we get Forgeable Flood or Flood Firefight like we have in ODST in the future? I also noticed that we're also getting Flood skins and weapon models, which actually look really creepy as well. I don't know if this is a coating or if this is a separate weapon model, but we have already with the AR, BR, Piston and Bulldog, but this Flood weapon also changes to Sniper, which is an awesome addition as well. On the topic of Forgeable Flood, yes, you heard that right, after countless years of time and waiting for both Bungie and 343 Industries games, we are finally getting campaign AI in Forge. So not only are we going to be able to make our own AI battles in vanilla Halo, but those in the community are going to make some kick-ass things like custom campaigns and maybe even remakes of previous Halo levels. We have seen what the community can make with the script system in Halo Infinite already, and imagine what they'll do with the script that AI have at their disposal as well. Maybe they can make a level where you're fighting the Banished alongside the Sources and Helios. How cool would that be? This feature alone is what's been preventing you from getting into Forge. I'm not very good at level design, so making maps in Forge has never been something I've been particularly interested in. However, if you use someone else's map or a blank canvas, I've been having so much fun making little custom levels with AI. One thing I hope 343 do add though is custom mesh importing with Forge. It's not an essential feature and modders will probably find a way to do it themselves, but I do love for someone to add an Arbiter to this game, or maybe a Tartarus or Johnson and have them fight in Forge. That would be so cool. Using AI in Forge though really surprised me. One, with how detailed everything is in regards to programming, but two, how easy it is to set it up. I watched one video which was setting up AI in Forge, which I'll also link down below, and after watching that video, this is what I was able to make.
They've pushed us for so long. I'm ready to push back.
Give 'em more! Come on, break it!
Losers couldn't drive a golf cart.
I did a couple different trial and errors because the first time I had too many AI on screen, my PC was having a bit of a fit. But then I thought, well, could I fight the Banished against the Marines and be on the Banished side? And yes, you can. This little environment took me 10 minutes to set up. And I know it's only basic, but if you want to jump in and have some little mini Forge battles, it's very simple to do. Plus, something else you can do is make AI battles on existing multiplayer maps. Here's a small one I did on Livefire. So as you can see, it's very simple. There's not really much to it, but I have done another one that I'm actually working on as I'm recording this audio, which I will put in now, of a little mini campaign I'm working on, which has got a bit more scripting to it. I cannot begin to describe how much this excites me and makes me want to jump into Forge and start messing around with AI even more, making small battles and even little campaigns like I'm doing at the moment. And because it's so easy, I'm really looking forward to see what the community can make. If we can get some stuff from MCC using mod tools, imagine what's going to be happening with the official toolkit and what people are going to make. A couple of other small things. 343 is adding cross-core helmets, or has added cross-core helmets, which is going to be the second biggest part of customization that needed to be added. Cross-core coaches being very close to it. Plus, they're adding Master Chief's Mark 6 armor as a reward for the hero rank in progression, which is a very neat and unique reward. I'm currently Gold Lieutenant, so I still have a ways to go, but at least I know what I'm working towards. I've got a bit of motivation to do that. We also see from the trailer and some IGN footage that a Mark 5 Spartan Core / kit is coming to Season 5. It was announced recently that the way to get this is by buying it in store, which I kind of get and I kind of don't. On the one hand, something as iconic as this should be able to be achieved through achievements and playing the game. But equally, it's a premium armor, so it would make sense for it to have a price tag as well. On IGN's footage though, we do see the Mark 5 with different colours to what's in the trailer, which means that there are going to be more coatings for it, and it also seems to be the case for the Mark 6 Hero Reward as well. Another small thing that we get is a new UI menu that's been completely-ish revamped. Now you might say, so what, but this is much better and fluid than what we had before, and it's I actually quite like it. No more endlessly scrolling for one game type, although you kind of do that as well, but not to the same extent. But I appreciate that it looks nicer. So that's about all I have time for in this video here. I'm so happy that Infinite is finally getting the love and attention it so rightly deserves. And it just goes to show how a management change makes all the difference with a game. From where we were a year ago to now is amazing. And I hope 343 keeps this momentum and delivers us the content we want for Infinite. So, hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did enjoy, don't forget to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button for more awesome gaming content. I shall see you all later. Bye!